Welcome back, ladies and gents, to Face TV here for the DreamHack Qualifiers for London Open. And, well, we have had the first match take place. After match, they weren't able to actually capitalize on an 11-4 first half.
Not a very good T-side, at least. And it turns out we were wrong. Aftermatch did pick Inferno. So that's an interesting decision, I could say. They didn't really have any set strategies on Inferno, but at least they had a good CT half, I guess. But Penta do come back, and they did actually take the first match.
Yeah, so we'll be moving into Cash, which is the choice of Penta. And you would expect Penta to have a pretty good time here. It looks kind of weird to see them struggling as they did, but Inferno T-side especially, right now as well, there's not as much, nearly as much Inferno is played at the level Penta are usually playing at. So it's not too surprising that their focuses would also go elsewhere, because right now maps that are more important, Cash is a lot more important. To be honest, I think it's probably still one of the most popular maps that's being played right now. Hell, Cobble is at the moment really important as well, and Train as well. Like, there's lots of other maps that are much more popular currently, and there's a lot of teams that I've heard as well. And myself included here, I have the same opinion that I feel like the next map to get taken out of the pool should be Inferno. I think it has right now the least interesting matches of all the maps in the pool. Yeah,
I'm not a fan of playing or spectating Inferno really. It's like Nuke, and not to the extent that it's so hard to get on T-side rounds. You can get T-side rounds, but a lot of the time it's just, especially with these kind of level of teams, you see a lot of just like we just saw, 11 round CT and then just a complete comeback. So I agree with you on that at least. But we're going to be going into the pistol round at least of the second match here, and we're going to take a look at the buys. 4 arms on CT on Aftermatch, and 1 kit there on a mrtn. He's going to be playing mid.
Oh wow, we actually had a squeaky push there from Aftermatch straight away, and otherwise it was a default setup, except the players on A have pushed squeaky, and they've discovered more or less everything that's going on right now. They'll see Strux, who's just working on the outskirts of the push of Penta, which is up middle and towards B storage, so it will be spotted. And they're actually going to be going back towards A here. With mid completely open, they're afraid that the T reaction will be to go towards A, but instead they're actually hitting up B and they're getting the entries as well. It's looking pretty problematic right now for the Aftermatch defense. mrtn's very weak, and it's just 3-on-3, and in comes Strux from the back, and that's going to be that. 3 versus 2.
Nice peek there, but the bomb is down, and Penta are going to be defending it. A nice crossfire here, kRYSTAL getting that shot onto mrtn, and also Quantum will go down, and that will be the pistol round to Penta. And again, this is Penta's map choice, so we'd imagine they probably have some pretty good T-sides, especially on at least pistol round, which was solid there. And we'll be going into the second round, and Aftermatch will be force buying up Freddy there with the scout. Everyone else is going to be going for pistol armor.
Now you can definitely make force buys on this map work a little bit better on compared with some maps. But again, still, it's one of those things where the buy rounds are just better at this point. Teams are so much more consistent at dealing with and having effective strategies to deal with force-ups. We can see a multitude of Molotovs for Penta. And doplan's just trying to get some info from Squeaky as well. So that's actually a nice little move to try to find out what's happening a little bit, get some information, because you've got to be able to move the pistols into good places that can give you good engagement straight away. If you can, you need information to do that. So Aftermatch trying to do that. And Penta going slowly towards B, and they have the Molotovs as mentioned to clear out the site if there's anyone lurking there, so this looks quite good for Penta.
Yeah, tabseN entering the site there. Doplan does get a shot onto Struxy, but they're going to have control of the bomb site, and there's going to be no one to defend at the moment. Rotates on coming in, and Freddy nice shot through the smoke with the scout. That's going to shut down one of the Penta players. tabseN there going down, and Stavros also takes out Draken, and now it's a 3 versus 3, but the advantage is on Penta with the equipment they have, and seems like kRYSTAL's going to be dropping his AK and picking up a UMP. Nope, now going for a Galil, now going for a UMP. He's switching around the weapons. It seems like Aftermatch are going for some kind of save at least, or are they rotating to mid here? No, they're saving towards the A site. That's interesting. mrtn just backing off, and I'm guessing that Freddy will be going for exit frags with that scout, but Stavros has realised this. He's going to be on the flank, and close to Freddy. He will manage to pick up the kill, and that's going to shut him down. No scout left for the CTs, and it's 2-0 at the moment. And they kept most of their rifles, which is good. kRYSTAL took that Galil, and now Aftermatch are going to have to eco again. But they have got 2 players with armor, so they could do something with that. But you just got to see how they work around the armored players at least. Yeah,
I think Aftermatch got a pretty fortunate start to get those kills in the previous round. I would expect Penta to be able to stabilize pretty effectively now, and again they've got loads of grenades to work with. So once again, if they use the grenades properly, they can just deposition these CT players from any of the nastier positions they could be lurking in and get that map control and finish on a site very easily. We do have that stack towards the A bomb side actually from Aftermatch. They've only got one player on B. kRYSTAL just hanging out by the A site at the moment. And we can see also now Penta. They've got a player up mid. They have also a man in Squeaky, so it's very likely they'll be going for this play into A. But once again, it is a three-man defense there that they would be welcomed into. Oh, you're joking.
doplan. Early kill there onto Struxy, and that's going to help the CTs in their efforts to win the round. But mrtn just missing a few CZ shots, and that's very crucial because the CZ doesn't even have a lot of ammo to work with, so he's going to be down to only a few bullets left. In stavros pushing out mid will manage to get the trade frag from early, taking out doplan. The Deagle will be out of his hands, and now they push onto the A site, and mrtn with that close angle with a CZ will manage to get a kill, get traded out instantly, and Quantum also doing the same. This is just a trade fest here. Stavros will get the final kill there onto Draken, and then they're going to be defending the bomb, but seems like Freddy's rotating here with a Deagle, pushing up short, and two low HP players. He could one tap both of them. So I don't know what we're going to see here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point after match, they're really already happy with the outcome. 3 players dead is just absolutely massive, and he's going to be going in. There's the first player. An extra bit of damage, and that is fantastic. 4 kills. Once again, after match, I think, what was that? They killed 4 players there and 3 players in the round previous. So they have done an excellent job on just keeping Penta's economy just really just strapped completely down. And there it is. Just almost no money left to play with. If Aftermatch are able to take this round, they can force eco straight away unless Penta get a bomb plant and go for a force up, which would also be possible. But we'll have to see how Penta handle this now. They've got the advantage of having kRYSTAL on the AWP as well. Now, kRYSTAL is towards the boost position, looking towards A main at the moment, I believe. And we get a pretty natural spread here from Penta, looking for picks, just trying to cover themselves against any aggression and feeling out how Aftermatch are going to play their default here. So would expect maybe just a delayed mid-take. That's always pretty good later into the round when it's less defended. Very important chunk of map control.
Yeah, but the nades are low on Aftermatch's side, so defending a site is not going to be easy now. It's just going to have to be down to raw aim and some good team play with some crossfires and Martin getting smoked off, but that's not going to matter too much. There's no pushes that come with that, and he's going to try and get some information there where the T's are playing. Quantum just getting that shot there onto kRYSTAL. The AWP is out of his hands, now to 4-on-4 as he gets traded by tabseN. They have the mid control. There's no one sitting in connector, so they're not really going to have any problem with that. And now Penta just pushing up mid.
Yeah, just swinging back for the bomb, and they have Molotovs here. If they throw the Molotovs onto the bomb site, that should be a GG moment in this round, as Aftermatch will be forced out of the positions into the crosshairs, and they're not using their grenades. mrtn's going to spray down 2 players. This is a huge mistake here for Penta. They're losing way too much. They have to commit pretty much both players onto the bomb site. That's never what you want, and now Aftermatch are in with a chance here. There's no time. 9 seconds to get the bomb planted. Stavros has to go for the sprint and get that bomb down immediately, but he hasn't got the time. That's it. Aftermatch will win this round. That should never have happened.
Oh, like you said, the nades, they just pushed onto the side with no nades, and
Mrtn
just shut them down.
They had like 4 Molotovs, all the smokes. I was like, they got this.
Yeah. Oh, they could have just mollied the whole site off, and then, you know, Aftermatch wouldn't have a chance to do anything there.
It's so easy to do that bomb site as well. You don't even need to like know the mollies.
Set mollies.
Just get into the vent room and then just, well, you know, just throw something into headshot, get into the vent room.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
But now Penta are going to be on a force buy here, so getting some pistols. tabseN not even being able to get armor there. And I don't know really how much they're going to do. They have got 3 rifles, so they could get some entries. If they get some entries and then pick up some guns for the players without rifles, they might be able to do something. But by and large, Aftermatch have the better equipment here. But we do see 2 Molotovs on the T side, so they could actually enter a site. Maybe B, molly off B, but it seems like their location is stacked more towards the A side of things. kRYSTAL peeking mid. Has got the information of where he is, but he's not going to manage to punish him.
This is one of the challenges you really want kRYSTAL to take, actually. You want to kind of see him commit to that, and because if he can get that kill, it's obviously a pretty huge deal. As you mentioned, the P250s instead of rifles is an advantage for Aftermatch. So kRYSTAL's going to try to equalize there, and he's going to be able to take down a player by sandbags, but they have not spotted freddieb, and it's going to be too late. kRYSTAL will find it, but still on the last bullet, finds that headshot onto kRYSTAL, and that is just Strux left out there in the cold.
Yep, only a P250 as well. There's not going to be a whole lot he can do. He could push out mid and technically hit a gun, but he's probably going to be punishing something for that. And it seems like he's going to go for the big. He does do some damage onto the draken there, but Freddy will finish him off. And there we go, another round to Aftermatch. Maybe not the best idea to force buy for Penta there.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate they couldn't get those trades working on middle, but, well, Aftermatch, I think they haven't really, or rather, looking at Penta's options in that round, I guess they haven't really seen enough rounds from Aftermatch so far on their CT side with guns to understand how they're going to play. Because if there is often going to be 2 or 3 guys in middle like that at the start of the rounds, it's definitely not going to be the optimal strategy. But hey, got the P250 buy coming in. And they're making the PT50 safe do some damage here. A couple kills coming in, but that's all they're going to get. I think they're okay with that, though.
Yeah, 2 kills is enough. If they didn't buy any armor or many nades, really, only PT50s, 2 kills is perfectly fine. That's going to put a little bit of a dent into the economy of Aftermatch. If you see here, Quantum can't even buy. He's going to have to get a drop from his teammate. So, you know, they did their job with that eco, and now they're going to be able to buy. But yeah, another Molotov strat, it seems, or just a Molotov-based take, because they've got 3 mollies all on Penta's side there. Going towards the A side, it seems quite early, and CT molly will get in their way. They'll just have to go around that. It won't be too much of a problem.
They are so good in this map. I hope we actually see them use them, because we haven't seen them use them. Oh no, I think the barrel might just barely be exposed. It's so hard to see.
Oh no, just taken out there by kRYSTAL. He had such a close angle as well. I think he just saw him above the smoke, but he had a molly in his hand, so that's annoying for him, but at least they traded it.
I've not seen a team attempt to boost like that, actually, right there next to the smoke.
That's interesting.
Well, I've seen kRYSTAL go for similar stuff using the lockers, but you know that's not with another player and it's not so close. But hey, 4 versus 4, that's actually really nice for Penta now. They have got just under a minute left to play the round out, and they're moving into a B play after showing a lot of presence towards A. So this is pretty cool because despite not having anybody moving into mid at the moment or into A to just keep the attention, they have created a bit of a separation here. So there's no one really strong on mid. It's just freddieb. He's got to be careful of both positions, B storage and middle. And here it is, big rotation time from the players on A. Penta, they hit their opening shots here. They look good in this one.
Yeah, freddieb actually getting the second frag. As Strux does do some damage to the Molotov there on the site, and now the bomb is going to go down just in time. Almost got killed by that Molotov there, and freddieb getting a nice retake frag, and now 2 versus 3, and they really have to play this right if they're going to want to hold down the site. They've only got 1 flash left on Strux, and he needs to hurry up and use that at least to delay the CTs a little bit more. He's going to peek, but freddieb will punish him as stavros does get the trade, but now it's a 1 versus 2, and stavros is going to peek out, and yep, he will go down too, and that'll be another round for Aftermatch. But are we going to see a 11-round Aftermatch on the CT side and then just get completely destroyed when they switch over? That's the question.
I'm not sure. I mean, what surprises me there is that Penta, the big mistake in that situation is once you've, I mean, they got the fast entry on the player on vent room. You can't have everybody on the bomb site. At worst, you need like 1 or 2 people there, but you can't have all 3 players stuck on the site. You got to have somebody in the vent room or in the B storage area, because that is so easy to retake the site in situations like that. So that was a big mistake from them, and it's going to be really haunting them if they're going to be losing this round. But equally, they could still take down Aftermatch and reset their economy. They're going to go for a straight up B play again.
Yeah, mrtn getting flash there, but he will peek out, getting the first frag onto crisby there. That's going to be the frag they just need to play off. Play slow and just wait for the T's to push aside before they take him out instead of overpeaking and then getting killed. But mrtn overpeaking as he does and still getting the frag, and kRYSTAL will go down. Stavros is actually going to get a nice kill. Finally, the site is clear. mrtn does go down, and now it's a 3 versus 3. A little bit of too much of an overpeak there from the CTs. But Quantum, nice shot onto tabseN, and they should try and get a bomb down in this situation. They're going to be pushing through a horrible economic situation regardless, so they need that 800 extra dollars. And Stavros with a nice running headshot there onto freddieb, and now it's a 1 versus 1. And doplan, I think he can see the bomb from where he is.
Yeah, he's got a really sick angle. Yeah. That is just... That's disgusting. There's nothing that can be done by Stavros, unfortunately. But you can really see, like, the B bomb site's really cool because you can get the bomb down pretty quickly. But again, it's kind of like it's very much like Train, the B bomb site and Train. You don't really win rounds by getting the bomb down on the B bomb site and Train. You win rounds by actually taking connector and taking position behind the bomb as well, expanding and not staying on this where the bomb is actually planted, because there's nowhere to fall back to really. If the CTs pressure you, you can't fall back anywhere. And we see a similar situation. Aftermatch defending very well, creating a spot where Penta have to put all their players towards the site, and then when the retake comes in, it's just too easy for Aftermatch almost.
Yeah, definitely. And now, as we can see, Penta not in a good spot. Only pistols on their side. They have got a few nades to work with, so they could technically, you know, smoke off a site. They got 4 smokes there. They could smoke off a site and try and get the bomb down, which would be good enough because, you know, if you look at their money right now, they're all around 2,000-3,000. So with the extra $800, they might be able to get by getting the bomb down. They could get a nice full buy going next round. But Struxy already tagged low in Toxic on B, and that's not going to be too good.
Alright, so looks like they want to go for more B aggression, but just the pistols to work with this time. Oh, good flash though. kRYSTAL's going to be taking down Freddy straight away, and mrtn not going to get flashed there. He does avoid that one, but he doesn't get the kill, so they're actually going to pick up an AK onto kRYSTAL, get some extra kills here. 3 men coming in, but there's the spray. doplan's going to take down multiple members of Penta, and just tabseN there. He somehow defends that. He's got no HP to work with though. So
yeah, and Stavros also on 4 HP here. It seems like it's going to be an easy cleanup, but regardless, 3 kills and a bomb plant on what? You know, they had spent $700 each that round on an eco. That's a very solid round from Penta there. And, you know, if they can do that on an eco, what can they do on a buy round? Let's just see. So they will be able to buy now here. They should have enough money after that bomb plant at least.
So let's have a look and see what things are happening on the money. Actually, we could look at the scoreboard really quick. We can see, okay, so it's the max buy bonus coming in from Penta. They've been getting the bomb down as well. So after match, losing so many players repeatedly, this actually could get kind of bad for them. If they lose this round and get reset, Penta's economy going forwards is going to be pretty sick. So, and there might be a spot where Penta can really turn things around and actually still win the half. But right now, Aftermatch have pretty good momentum. That said, we haven't really seen that much work going in towards A or middle at the start of the rounds from Penta's buys. And kRYSTAL's usually the man to look at for Penta. He's very much kind of the KennyS in some senses to the older Titan, where you would see, you know, them rely very heavily on him in the beginning of the rounds to get the picks and open things up. But they haven't been able to do that just yet.
Nice nade there. Won't do a whole lot of damage, but doplan just tagged a little bit, I think that was. It seems like just passive play here from the CTs at the moment, but the Ts are going to be going towards the A site with the bomb, so it seems like they must have some kind of strategy. I think they're setting up smokes in that position, it looks like. Or, yeah, smokes are going to be going out and Molotovs there.
Awesome crossfire, by the way. Oh no, that's so unfortunate. They move out of position just as the push finally comes, so it's completely useless in the end, and they only get a kill out of it. That is that's not going to bode too well. Penta have 4 men pushing into the B bomb site now. Draken is going to get a kill, but he's stuck over towards the A bomb site. He makes his way across, and Aftermatch try to hold on. And so far, hey, they're actually making it happen.
Yeah, Struxy now left alive in a 1-on-2, and he needs to pick up this round. They really need another one. He will manage to take out Draken. Peeking out, doplan, sorry, just gets that frag, and that's so unlucky for him.
Yeah, that was awesome to see that little crossfire. I don't think I've seen that before. It does look kind of risky. It's pretty cute as well. But hey, I wonder if they're gonna keep that going. I know that it's been spotted now, so it's unlikely, but it would be cool to see it. And they actually, Aftermatch actually find themselves a buy here that looks pretty good, despite the fact that they have no money left.
Yeah, they have been winning rounds again, so you know they have a little bit of money. But you know, after losing most of their players that round, 4 out of 5 of them, they managed somehow to put together a buy, but if they lose this round, they'll be in a serious bad spot. But it doesn't look like it's going that way. You know, doplan and Draken, I think it was, already getting early frags and just getting a little bit aggressive on the CT side, and it seems to be working. And now Penta are on a 3-man situation here. Then it's not going to be a whole lot they can do, especially after plant-wise. If they can get a site, if they can take out a couple of players, the rotate is just going to be too much for them, I feel, and I don't think Penta are really going to be able to cope through with this round.
Quantum's position, he's going to actually just go in for the flank straight away. Easy kill on Strux. He will make sure that A storage is clear as well. They know what's going on, and that's that really. That's such a gorgeous opportunity that Quantum found there. He got boosted up, just waited and waited, heard some sound cues, and then went for it. And now it's going to be Penta again in a horrendous position. Just tabseN who's left over, and well, you can't really expect a huge amount from him in this position. 1 versus 4 with 30 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, not a whole lot he can do. I would suggest just a save right now. They've got control of the sites, and they've even got a mid player just a floater there in CT or by truck, so he can rotate really fast to B if there is any kind of B activity. But you know, tabseN has got some nades to work with, but still, with 14 seconds left on the clock, he should just save his AWP, and I think he's going to be doing that now.
The story for Penta on the T side has been that they've really struggled to get early opportunities, and instead in most situations, as they were doing on their CT side of Inferno 2 Aftermatch have just been either picking them off when they're making a move, or they're just having light aggression, like a pop flash here and a pop flash there, and Aftermatch are picking up the frags. And when Penta have actually been getting the bomb down, it's almost exclusively been on the B bomb site. And Aftermatch have been able to do so much damage that Penta always commit way too many players onto the site, and the retake then becomes easy. So Aftermatch hitting the shots, we need to see more A play, more mid stuff here from Penta, and they need to be maybe getting some pre-flashes in and covering each other better on these aggressions, because Aftermatch have been taking way too much out of that.
Definitely, and it seems like the T's are going to be pushing towards the A site here. Not even a single lurk or going anywhere really, just setting up smokes, and I think doplan putting down that Molotov knows it's going to just be a full push at this point. I think it's what Penta really need to do. They've been playing too much on picks and not succeeding with them at least, but Stavros with a nice early entry into the sideball match. I think I'll draken, but doplan still hasn't been punished. He's just close up, and he does get a kill there onto tabseN, and I don't know what happened there, but somehow that worked, and now the bomb isn't even down yet, and they have control of the site. It's a 3 versus 2, and it seems that the bomb might not be able to go down without him getting punished there, but nope, they're going to let him. Not really too much of a problem. Yeah.
Oh no, Crystal! I wanted the clutch.
Yeah, that would be a really, really, really good thing for Penta at least, and just for entertainment value. I think Crystal with the AWP.
So Aftermatch 9 rounds now to the 3 of Penta. That round actually went pretty well for Penta, to be honest. I mean, it's one of those spots where, okay, we lost the round, but if they look at the situations that they got themselves into, they had the advantages. It was just, not connecting some of the shots they needed to connect, rather. And so they shouldn't really write off that kind of a play. I mean, one option for them could be a slower round, like a default into something similar once again, just to show presence all over the place, obscure what they're doing. But generally speaking, they've been a bit afraid of middle as well. And we can see now that Aftermatch already taking some liberties here, trying to go for the light aggression, but this time Penta punish it. The 1-for-1, and they're in onto the A site again. But this time, will it be a different story?
Yeah, it seems like they haven't even been picked quite early yet, but as I say, that draken and freddieb coming in with some frags. And yep, no, just as I was saying, it's the caster's curse.
Wow.
Just a complete shutdown there, and mrtn will also come in with the last frag, and that'll be another round to Aftermatch. And although it's looking grim for Penta, we saw what they did in the first map with a similar situation. 11-4 was the half of the first map, and they brought it back to a win. So I'm still not counting them out, I think, at this point, especially with this being their map choice.
Yeah, it definitely does. You've always got to worry about that pistol round, but as you say, if they are able to secure that, then it's you would expect them to be able to put a strong foot forward into the CT side. And what's been interesting, actually, how afraid they've been of middle as well. Like, we've seen, I think we saw maybe like a couple delayed mid takes coming in from them, but generally speaking, even despite some good results, they've been afraid to go in middle unless they had a pick first. And that's, sometimes you shouldn't play it that safe. You need the execute in there. And we haven't seen much in the way of executes in there in towards middle. And Aftermatch have been abusing some funky setups which should be punished. So here it is, Penta now with a mid take. They've got not much to work with.
The neighbor coming, kRYSTAL going down, and now only 2 players are left on Penta's side. That's kRYSTAL and Struxy. So again, pistols, no armor, 40 seconds on the clock. Not a whole lot they can do here. Flash will come in, could do some damage. doplan will manage to pick up the frag still, and that just leaves Struxy. And whoa, he's on a nice flank at the moment. This could be doable, Oh my god, he picks up 1, picks up 2. And the last 2 players on the B site, so he's going to manage to get the bomb down here, and this could actually be doable. He's got a Molotov and a smoke to delay some time. I'm not too sure, but it's always a possibility.
This is madness right now. What an amazing flank there from Strux. Up from the quad boxes. There's the first player. No, he can't afford to miss any shots. And there's another one, but the Tech 9 comes out, and that's all she wrote.
That could have been great. That really could have been great. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, that would have been beast. If he hits the first shot, then it's pretty scary for Aftermatch. But 11-3, and we'll see Penta playing with all the monies into the last half, and they really need to get at least 4 rounds. That is such a big difference. If you look at the variance of the pistol rounds in this game, especially CT side pistol rounds, they can be incredibly random sometimes.
Yeah.
So here we go.
They have got an AWP on Crystal, so you know they haven't really got too much of a problem with that. They've you know, as you said, they've got a full buy, no real problems, and spare money left over, so that's all good. And it seems like, as you say, they haven't been going for mid. They're actually going to push out mid straight away this time. tabseN getting the first kill there onto Freddy, and mid control is established initially, which is good for them. They can now work off this. They've got the pick, they've got the advantage, and now Aftermatch, if they just play passive, they can also, you know, just shut them down and say enter a site, or just play for retake at least.
And one thing, this is the way that you give up your advantage here, but you don't need to peek short. Like the big advantage they have is by having mid control and the CTs not knowing anything. So they can actually play the time because they picked up mid so quickly. This could be the saving grace. kRYSTAL gets the refrag. That's so important. And now Penta can just try to convert this into a round winning opportunity onto a bomb site.
But this is unlucky, as you notice. There's actually 2 CTs towards B, and it seems like Penta are actually going towards for the B take. They've already got 2 players in B main and 2 maybe coming through vents, or it seems like they're backing off now through mid. Going towards the A site with the bomb. So yeah, I think they're going back towards A, and the rotates come in, so the A site's completely clear. And I think Aftermatch are realising it now. 1 player rotating to truck, that will be doplan. Molly just misses. That could punish him a lot, and it's going to do so. 13 HP, and it blocks off his position. That's so unlucky.
They're feeling the pressure of the AWPer bearing down on him towards that car position. And kRYSTAL's working forklift as well, so they've got an extra man who's in A main, and I do believe that is planted for A main as well, that bomb plant. Or perhaps, no, it's actually a safe plant. Yeah, and that is not the best in the world, but hey, they're going to pick up the first frag there. And stavros is not going to let this go easily. It's just doplan left. He's got no HP. stavros with the triple, and that's going to be the round. So Penta pick up a round here, but that... I don't know, like, still, I'm a little bit scared of some of the T-side decision-making from Penta, especially in that round at the end there, where they're just... Like, again, if you're making that peak, it's always going to be unfavorable, unless you have someone to refrag immediately, but we saw that the case was not there. We just saw a raw peak from one guy with no flashes or anything, and you get the AWPer by quad boxes, which that can happen loads, almost all the time, that the AWPer will be looking from there, so... Anyway, we can maybe talk about that later, because we have the pistol round taking place here on the second half, and this is so critical for Penta.
So yeah, I'd say if Penta pick up this round, they are in for a chance. They did the first map; it's always a possibility. But you know, as you said, there's a lot of randomness with pistol rounds with the RNG of this game, with the Glock at least. So it seems like the terrorists are going towards the A site now. Smokes are going to come in. stavros with a nice position here, right in the smoke. The bomb is just getting planted on him. He hasn't noticed. He needs to go for the shot, but no, the bomb is going to be planted literally on his feet. draken just get a frag, and now it's going to be a 4 versus 4. But they've got the retake. They've got the players ready for retake at least. They haven't lost too many players during the site take, and so this could be a doable situation here.
So many nades. They need to use the nades right now.
Yeah.
There we go. There's one straight into the back. I'm not sure if that doesn't do anything actually. No. Too high. And this is how you do it.
Going for it? Are they going for the defuse straight up?
Yeah, this is how you do it. This is going to force the T's out of their positions. They have to run towards the bomb site. This is exactly how you make it work, and it's being covered. There you go. That is, I think, so a long time ago, the Existence created a smoke on the A retake that we saw from Penta, where you throw the smoke from the car position. I don't know what the reference point was, but you throw it really high and it lands exactly where that bomb plant always is when the T's planted, because they want to plant it there and then fall back. Forces them out of position as they have to go in as you start diffusing in the smoke, and they executed that very well.
But almost a full eco coming out here from Aftermatch. Only 2 pistols, and the rest are just going to be full eco. So I think it's a wise decision. They should just play slow. They've got plenty of rounds to work with. They just don't want to choke or anything. Just wait till you can buy it, I think. And 2 P90s on Penta side, so that's going to be quite interesting. They might be able to rack up a little bit of money with that at least. And as you can see, stavros picking up a nice double, and now only draken is left alive. Crystal just spraying through the smoke. You will get the shot, and that will be a round to Penta. Maybe I come back again, but I don't know really. We're going to have to see.
I would love to see Aftermatch doing a fast mid take with like just a coordinated mid take where 4 people are peeking at once, basically 2 from A main and 2 from the boost. That's really nice in a round like this, because fast timings can always be shocking, but also you have a big weaponry advantage. There's 2 FAMASs out. There's also a P90 as well, so that's very hard to deal with. But there you go. Penta, they actually put the Molotov down on the boost straight away. That is how you prevent that play, and they're even going aggressive into B storage here. It's going to be a 1-for-1, but it's not really good enough. And I'm not really sure that it is right now. We're going to have Aftermatch going really fast from that B play in towards A, and stavros is the only man present. He's going to pick up 2 kills. He's done his job, and tabseN comes in as well. So now just Quantum's left alive.
Yeah, Quantum 1 on 3. Bomb's not down, but he's got plenty of time to work with, just a minute left, so could do something. It seems like the players don't know he's actually on the A site. They're going to be rotating, or at least one of them is. Quantum getting that shot. They're onto tabseN, and now they know where he is, so he's lost his element of surprise at least. But 1 on 2, they're coming from different positions. If he can get the bomb down, he can play the bomb and maybe do something from there.
This is really smart by Quantum. He's trying to force a quick 1-on-1 there with the fake plant. He's going to get it. He's going maybe for another kill, but now he can get the bomb down and play the bomb. And this finally has an advantage to play with that he has created. What a play so far from Quantum. Can he finish it off? Yes, he will. Quantum. Quick headshot by Toxic Barrels. Beautiful stuff. Oh, that was fantastic. And now, Aftermatch, they throw a novelty-sized wrench into the works for Penta.
That was a really needed round as well. The Aftermatch want to get as many rounds as they can on the T side. Again, I don't know if a comeback from Penta is as possible on this map. You know, Cash isn't as CT-sided at least as Inferno was. So, you know, Aftermatch could do something, and that round's really hard. And then, they're going to capitalise on that by getting the first frag of the round, and doplan will get that, but Struxy, no. He's also going to get a nice double return frag on the B site, and now it's going to be a 4 versus 3 situation.
Strux has been, he's been hero mode in this match, I've got to say. He's been doing a lot of work. But 4 versus 3, so Aftermatch are going to go for the boost in mid right now. And let's see if they can find something. Oh, just a few pixels here and there. Being spotted, kRYSTAL was below. I don't think he's been known to Aftermatch just yet.
Oh, doplan does get the kill there onto Struxy, but
I'm not sure why, you know, we're seeing so much movement there. Aftermatch need the picks.
Stavros, though. Stavros is actually really aggressive up on AMA, and he might be able to get a frag if Freddy walks into his aim. So close. If one of them peaks, then that's going to be... Oh,
it's good off angle.
It's just waiting. Oh, Freddy just backs off, and now doplan just drop into mid. So Stavros probably heard that. He's got the information at their mid, and he can call that out to kRYSTAL now. And there we go. kRYSTAL does get that frag. And Freddy... Actually, turns out that Freddy peeked into A-main and killed Stavros, and now they have control of the A site, and the rotate is coming in from the CTs. Smoke will go out to cover off short, and kRYSTAL gets a full flash there as crisby comes in, 1 frag, doesn't get the second, but does a lot of damage. Only 6 HP left on Quantum, and not a lot of time. He needs to get the bomb down. kRYSTAL is just close here.
kRYSTAL knows exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, he knows his HP. I've got her. There we go. Quantum will go down, and that'll be another round to Penta. So, you know, 7-12. That's doable.
Pretty chaotic round there from both sides. We saw aggression early on from Penta, and Aftermatch a little bit all over the place. You know, finally on 3 players going for that aggression, and then Penta deciding to actually, with the man advantage, play Angels against them, which is very... That's not what you want to do in a spot like that. That's, you know, playing to what Aftermatch are looking for. And we're going to see them on Eco again. So, hey, we've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen from the Ecos in this series. And they look to be going for an A play. They've got a few grenades to work with. doplan on a flash, and Quantum with a smoke and a couple flashes as well. So, to see how they actually decide to use those. But this could be game over right here. We've got Stavros with the P90.
Ooh, that was a nice headshot there onto mrtn. He will finish that off with a second, but Quantum does get a team kill there, which is quite unlucky. And now, nice running P250 shot from draken, taking out tabseN. Now it's a 2-on-3. Oh, doplan. Frag onto crisby, and now Stavros is low HP, but he's got really good position. Squeaky, I don't know if they even know he's there. kRYSTAL tags through the smoke, but he will go down. And this is actually a really nice afterplant setup here by Aftermatch. Because you can see that, I think that's draken pushing up quite aggressive, and he's moving off the bomb, it seems. But nope, he's going to get flanked, and down to 31 HP. Struxy will finish him off, and that'll be another round to Penta there.
I mean, the bomb should never have gone down there. I'm pretty sure it's tabseN who was around the bomb position, and pretty much both the Ts, I think, were around the quad boxes. And instead of just backing away, being in a spot where like they could never plant, he actually pushed close range against 2 pistols, lost immediately to the pistol headshot, and then they got a gun and an immediate bomb plant and an extra kill out of it. So really needlessly aggressive play from tabseN there. It cost Penta quite a lot economically. We can see them, once again, they have almost no money to play with. So Aftermatch, they just need to win 1 round, and they can pretty much win the map almost. They'll be down around 14 rounds to the 8 of Penta. So it's very risky times, very scary times, and they are going for aggression. And hey, it's going to actually pan out. We get the kill from tabseN. But there it is, the trade from doplan. So not ending too well here for the Germans.
kRYSTAL will capitalise on that though and get a frag himself, taking out doplan, and that's going to be a double trade. And now Quantum is pushed up mid, and I think they know that nade will just go right onto him, but not a lot of damage done. And now Struxy, look, it's in reverse. He's in the T-spawn, and Quantum's in mid, so he will go down eventually, and this will be a 3-on-2.
Crazy round thanks to the aggression of Penta, and it's actually working for them right now as they are a man up, but now they have lost track of the bomb. They don't have anybody who's forward either, so could really be A or B. They have no idea, and it's Draken who's going to be looking in for the opening kill here, and hopefully that he can cut a path open for the bomb carrier.
That flash will hit him perfectly. He's going to be full white. He's going to waste even more time than Molotov going out, and I think that's just 30 seconds left on the clock now.
Alright, so I can now leave the charge with the AWP, kRYSTAL style, and it's going to be freddieb who picks up the slack as the bomb can now go down. And with 15 seconds left, that's definitely going to be quite a relief for Aftermatch. Now they can play the bomb, and it's always going to be nicer in that position, but
Smoke is running out. Freddy getting close up with kRYSTAL, and kRYSTAL will punish him for that. And oh, nice double kill there by him, and kRYSTAL will actually end that round on a 4K, so Draken also going down, the defuse will come in, and that'll be 9 rounds to Penta. So it's looking like a nice comeback at the moment, but Aftermatch still have a chance to pick up a few more rounds. It just seems like their T-side is not as good as their CT side, and the same reason with Inferno, their afterplants are not working too well, and they're just getting retaked almost every time they get the bomb down, but they have got the bomb down quite a few times, which is good. Their side takes aren't too bad, at least on this map.
Yeah, Pentas, though, they still need to be quite careful, having to buy once again within the limits. At least they can buy up almost fully. It's just Strux is without anything, utility-wise. And being in a situation with 2 players who don't have helmets, having to cut that corner in a round like this is always pretty depressing. But if they can get a clean, flawless round, that would be excellent. And it's not going to happen. One of the players will go down straight away. It's tabseN. In goes a nade on return, and kRYSTAL's going to peek out into multiple pistols, and of course he's going to die. It's just 3 versus 3 now, but those weapons aren't too easily recoverable here for Aftermatch.
Yeah, now Crispy's getting quite aggressive here, which is a questionable decision, but he's not actually going to be punished for it. It's just doplan there on the left of Garage, who might be able to peek out and get a frag. He has got an AK on him and armor, so he could do something with that, and Crispy pushing up here quite close. He hasn't checked to his right though yet, and Quantum is just going to be there, and oh, the timing, he doesn't even see him. Quantum is right behind him. He does pick up one, but oh my god, mrtn finishing him off. That was, how did Quantum not get that kill, and how did he not see Quantum?
I have no idea. It's so crazy, some of the blind spots there, and even maybe some 4-3 resolution action going on. Yeah. But Strux there is chilling by B. He's got a really good point of contact, but it's going to be stavros who does find mrtn straight away, so they have controlled this. They're just bouncing backwards between either site, and there it is. Finishing blows there, but once again, Penta with 3 deaths, meaning that their money's not really growing too much, and Aftermatch are going to be keeping them honest. So it's just that 1 round that Aftermatch need. They just need that 1 round, but so far it's not coming too easily.
Yeah, Aftermatch have only got 1 round this whole half so far, and we can see the same thing happening as last game, as we mentioned. You know, Penta just bringing it back quite far so far. But Aftermatch, you know, they got a nice buy here. They got some Molotovs, so they should be able to do something with that. They seem to be going towards the B side with the bomb at least, and it might turn out to be a mid to B split, I'm thinking at the moment. They've already got a player going towards mid there. I'm not sure who that is, but mrtn, Molotovs go out, and they're going into the B side. doplan does get the first frag there, killing kRYSTAL. kRYSTAL is getting quite aggressive, and sometimes it pays off, but in situations like that, it's really not useful, and it will go down. mrtn into the B site. Quantum will get the kill, and mrtn will actually get finished off there by tabseN.
Oh my god!
This is just jumping and spraying, and it's working, and there we go. tabseN coming in through the smoke. Does finish off Quantum, picks up a nice double there. There's only 1 player left, and he's in mid, and that's going to be Draken, and he's got time to make something work.
Absolutely phenomenal stuff from tabseN so far, with 3 kills to save this round. It looked absolutely hopeless until he came in with those massive defensive kills. In he goes for what could be the 4K. Just 1 player who's just tagged down to 15 HP now, pinned down by the envious box. Draken is not long for this world. He's going to fall to stavros in the end, who I think is on a 30 bomb almost. Yeah, 29 frags on stavros. He is beasting, but that was all tabseN. If tabseN had any poor rounds or mistakes previous to this, he would have wiped everything clean there, because keeping Penta away from a loss a round loss when their economy is so fragile is absolutely massive. They're almost tying this up, but just one more round here, and Aftermatch looks like they want to throw in and they execute. Now, will they play it just straight up, or will they try to use it for as a fake?
It seems like they're going towards the A site here, pushing into main, but stavros has an aggressive position. They don't check it, they run with a nade out, but stavros misses his shots. He does manage to pick up 1 and 2 actually with the pistol. Unlucky they weren't able to trade him there, and that'll be 2 players down on A, and they're going to be going. The T's are going to be going back towards the B site here.
So they actually decided to use it as a fake. I'm not seeing the fake just like that though, but it's going to be Penta with a very strong reaction there, trying to get ahead of it with that flash into A main, and now they're in a spot where they're 4 versus 3. But Aftermatch, we see that we talked about this before. There's 2 players who are stuck on the bomb site. At the very least, there's one who's outside of the vents towards B storage. But in goes tabseN, perfect flashes, somehow sprays down a headshot. But it's Draken in the back of the bomb site now with everything to do. He's just got stavros left to deal with, and he'll make it happen. Great stuff there from Draken right at the end, 13-11. And that is going to be Penta with no money, and Aftermatch only 3 rounds away from forcing it to a Dust 2 decider.
That was very nice, but again, that was very close. So you can just see that Aftermatch is just getting these T rounds by the skin of their teeth. And although they do, Penta are going to be in an eco now, and Aftermatch might be able to push it to 14 rounds without too much of a problem here. Seems like they're going to be playing normal default here. Nothing aggressive going on too much, just trying to maybe go for some kind of picks and entry frags. But yeah, Aftermatch so close to 14 rounds already. And this might finally be the round to push them up to just one round before match point.
You can see a little poke there from Penta and A main. Aftermatch though, they're taking it very slow. They have surmised that it's going to be
Quantum.
Fast play that could be the death of them. So, hey, it's actually panning out at the moment. They're picking up a frag on the defense as Penta desperately tried to get some surprise, but there was no surprise to be had against the omniscient Aftermatch.
tabseN sitting just above the smoke here, almost playing out like a one-way smoke. You can just see into A main there, and no one's going to push out so far though, and Freddy seems to be backing off the B site at least. Struxy just missing all his shots onto Martinos and push through fence, but tabseN will follow up with the kill himself, and Freddy on the flank with a nice double kill just coming in time there, ready for those. And now kRYSTAL and tabseN are left alone in a 2-on-3, but they've done their job for an eco. You know, they only have P250s and I don't think really many nades and hardly any armor, and they still managed to get a few frags, so that's good enough. Even if they lose this round here without any more frags, that will still be their kind of job done on that eco. Draken here pushing through the smoke with a flashbang. He does go for the peek and finishes off kRYSTAL, and now tabseN is alone, and he's probably just going to save this rifle, and it seems like that, yeah, that's what he's going to be doing right now.
So let's have a look at the money real quick and see how things are going. So it'll be the second loss. That's $1,900 in addition to what Penta have. So they'll actually be in a position where they're probably going to say, guys, we could buy, we could buy, but will they? I mean, the thing is that, okay, well, they really should, because they don't want to let the opponents go to match point. But at the same time, it's not really the best buy in the world. They won't have almost any grenades. And I mean, they're going to have to buy some FAMASs as well. So it's one of those buys that you kind of hate to do, to be honest, but they have no choice.
Yep, kRYSTAL having to go for a FAMAS, and everyone else managing to get M4s, apart from crisby, who saved that glow from last round. So, you know, I think it's probably not the best idea to play for overtime at this point. You're right, a buy is probably the best idea, because, you know, they've still, if they did play for overtime, for example, that'd be 15-11, or play, yeah, 15-11, and then, you know, 4 rounds in a row is not easy, especially when you have a lot of money.
It's always depressing when kRYSTAL's not on an AWP, but potentially that can still happen if they start to win some rounds back. Get kRYSTAL on that AWP, and they've boosted up stavros there, and hey, it's working out towards the vent area. Strux is chilling over there, and that kind of trickle into mid didn't really work from Aftermatch. They weren't really covering or throwing the nades in, and hey, you know, it's going to be Penta capitalizing once again. 11-14 is the score right now, but if they're able to survive with only one player maybe dying, yeah, Penta could very feasibly get an AWP onto kRYSTAL sooner rather than later, which would be nice to see. It's very defensive. I like this a lot, actually, from Penta.
Yeah, Penta's just playing it safe, backing off, not needing to peek. You know, kRYSTAL, his often aggression is not happening now, which is just a safe idea, really, I think. They just want to keep the man advantage and just play off that, and these flashes are going to hold back the Aftermatch players, sorry. freddieb, frag onto kRYSTAL. See, kRYSTAL getting aggressive at mid is going to lose him a player, and There we go, pushing out onto the site. Stavros will finish off mrtn, and Quantum also going down. That leaves just Freddy alive, and 1 versus 4. Tags coming out, and tabseN will finally finish him off, and that'll be another round to Penta. So 14-12, now they've got the bank, now they can build up their economy, and if you look at Aftermatch, they could force out a little kind of pistol armor buy with a couple of rifles, but it's best to just eco and just wait for the next round.
Yeah, it's all about seeing how many, trying to figure out, okay, how can we get the most buy rounds out of this situation? And you have to really respect how Penta decided to just play completely passively. As you said, basically, they have the man advantage, just wanted to play with that. And that is, to be honest, the most correct thing I think you can really do, the safest thing you can do. And it's cool to see them do it because a lot of teams don't, even when they should. It's actually rare to see people actually always do what is kind of the most efficient way to play. And a quick take into the A bomb site could cause issues here for Penta, but looks like the defense is working out. We've got Stavros, who is just taking no prisoners. There is no retreat from him as he's just chilling by the forklift, and they'll get the defuse. And once again, only lose a single player. Stavros with the 4K. That is a lot of money in the bank again for Penta.
Yeah, bomb plant's good enough for Aftermatch, and they can work with that. They'll be able to buy now, and even if they lose, that'll be pushed up to 14-13, and then they can just decide whether they want to play for overtime or just force buy then, which they'll probably force buy. I don't imagine Aftermatch are going to want to play for overtime with only getting 3 rounds so far on T side, while allowing Penta to get 9. So yeah, I can imagine if Aftermatch lose this round, they're going to be put in a horrible situation because they're not going to be ecoing for that.
Okay, well, it's a bit of pressure, or rather a lot of pressure from Aftermatch in towards B. Storage, they have, I think, 4 players, or 3 players rather, over there.
A nice boost there,
perfect.
kRYSTAL does get the first frag of the round, and I don't think mrtn was expecting that at all. And that will give Penta the man advantage that they need. 5v4.
That is really, really nice. And now, 4 versus 5, you're in a spot where you're thinking, all right, we want to play for map control now in this kind of position. It's harder to kind of guarantee these picking-based situations will go in our favor, and as soon as we go down to 3 players, then it gets really bad. So they need some map control. They've moved into middle. That is definitely a strong way to handle it, but no, the one-on-one there. kRYSTAL's going to win that against doplan, and can't quite make it happen. They're spraying through the smoke, and it's 13 HP left for draken. kRYSTAL will fall back, and it is 5-1-3.
Yeah, so kRYSTAL also low HP, so that's almost a kill, but we've seen kRYSTAL with low HP do it before, so I wouldn't count him out even with 8 HP, and that's so unlucky. They were both spraying through the smoke and they both did so much damage to each other, but neither one of them managed to just hit that last bullet to get the frag. And now Aftermatch, with only 27 seconds left on the clock, they're going to have to hurry up and push towards the site. And they're going to be going straight into the B site, and see Stavros here on the flank. They haven't even checked him yet, and he's going to be peeking out Quantum, but Quantum actually will get the kill, and Struxy's still defending this site well, and only Quantum's left alive, and it's not really going to be much he can do. The bomb is in the centre of the site, and with only 10 seconds left, there's really nothing. Even kRYSTAL will get that frag with 8 HP, and the round will go to Penta. So now Aftermatch going to be put in a not a great economical situation.
Wow.
Yeah,
Penta might be able to 16-14 this, or it's going to overtime, obviously. But the thing is that the 15 looks like it should be fairly guaranteed. I want to say that and curse them, but this is obviously an advantage for them.
What's probably going to happen is Aftermatch is going to manage to get a bomb plant down with some kind of Tech 9 rush, and then it's going to be retaken by Penta, and then they'll have the $800 bonus, but they'll have basically no money to buy next round, which will be unfortunate for them. But Struxy with the first kill of the round, getting traded out instantly, but that's not going to matter because tabseN here in the vents does manage to pick up one, and kRYSTAL following up, and now draken and freddieb are left alive, and Freddy with that Tech 9 does manage to get 1 kill, but I think his efforts are kind of worthless at this point. Draken left alone. Peeks out, and he is going to get traded instantly. Some nice team play there from Penta, and Stavros will get that kill. Now that's 15-14. If we have a look at Aftermatch's money, they actually are going to be able to afford, so I was wrong about that. But yep, they've got 4 nade buys on almost all the players apart from Quantum there.
And kRYSTAL's on the orb now as well. Penta, they built up so much money with so many strong round wins. I think only losing 1 player, and then I think maybe 2 or 3 times in a row. So here it is, Aftermatch. Looks like they want to go for an A play, just straight up, just get the execute in there. But once again, you can play this as a fake, you can play it as a delayed A push. There's lots of ways to handle this. And it looks like Penta have all the players in the right places. I think they heard everything with their forward player on middle. They are totally expecting this to actually hit straight away. In go the grenades from Aftermatch as they try to get the entries. freddieb removes tabseN straight away from forklift. Stavros though, he's in, and so is kRYSTAL, close range. And all of a sudden, there's only 2 Ts left standing for Aftermatch, and all their hopes rest on draken and freddieb.
Yeah, it's happened quite a lot, those two being in a 2 versus 4, 2 versus 5 situation, so hopefully they'll be able to pull it out this time, but you never know really. But I think they're just going to wait for, you know, at least one player to get aggressive there. kRYSTAL getting aggressive, and he does manage to pick off the kill. Freddy just turning around at the wrong time, but oh, jumping headshot with the AK. Stavros will finish that off, and that'll be 16-14. Another incredible comeback from Penta, and that's going to be the game. That's going to be Penta beating Aftermatch.
Yeah, that's I guess a similar story as to the first map. We kind of saw a repeat. Did anything really stand out for you in these matches?
I think a lot of it is just Aftermatch's T side. It's not working great. On Inferno, it was the fact that they couldn't take a site, but on Cash, I think it was more the fact that they couldn't defend the site. You know, the bomb would go down, that'd be all good. They got the bomb down plenty of times at half, but their afterplants were not great, especially against Penta's retake. So, you know, I think that's one of the main problems, but their CT side is quite good, so they can just have a little bit of a work on their T side, and they should be able to do something.
Well, I think it's cool to see these random tweets pop out. Of course, they would appear to be random to most people. You know, I haven't seen them play before, so it's cool to see. There's actually like a lot of skill going on there as well. And of course, if they stick together, you know, who knows, you know, where they will be in maybe a few qualifiers down the road. There's so many tournaments to CS:GO right now. I remember you know, back when I was playing. There wasn't necessarily a lack of tournaments, but right now you can play a tournament every day if you want to.
Pretty much.
You can get experience so quickly, so you know, who knows who's going to pop out of the woodwork. Either way, Penta, I think they're going to be feeling a little bit disappointed. Their T sides as well were a little bit lackluster. You would have expected a lot more from them there, but at least they had Stavros and kRYSTAL going huge.
Yeah, you know, the aggression from kRYSTAL really worked out. A lot of the times I think it's quite risky what kRYSTAL does. You know, he doesn't pay off 100% of the time. You know, we saw him rotating from mid one time a bit early and got picked off, and that kind of lost in the round. But a lot of the time his aggression on CT side does manage to get them, you know, crucial frags, and we saw him on Inferno getting 2 aces there. So I think kRYSTAL is definitely a star player of Penta at least. Absolutely.
And on that note, guys, we can take a break. The next match we'll do is going to be another best of 3, and it will be eFrag versus Killerfish. So that should be a really fun matchup. If you guys aren't familiar with eFrag, it is, of course, the G-Play guys. You know, Spider, Bubble, NKL, Victor, and all of those guys. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's supposed to be taking place in an hour, so not sure if we'll be jumping into another match or not. Okay, we won't. So we'll see you back in an hour for eFrag and Killerfish. Stay with us.